Okay, guys, so we're here today doing an interview, a little bit different style. Usually I have a Skype interview, but today I have John Bolaris live in person. So it doesn't take much of an introduction for John. So I'll introduce myself, I'll introduce John, and we'll go from there. As you know, I'm Ian Walsh with Hard Money Bankers, what we do in South Jersey, Maryland, D.C., Baltimore, Virginia, and Philadelphia. We fund fix and flip projects for lenders that are closing very quickly. Now, what we've done is put this interview series together for some of the biggest movers and shakers in the Philadelphia market. We decided we want to be, we're interested in what they're doing too. How do we get involved in their social circles and have them involved in ours? So I wanted to specifically, we've had some big guys, Mike McCann and Ben Aller.
And the biggest.
It's as big as it gets, man. So what are these guys doing? These are elite businessmen in their own capacity. Richard Aller, yeah, those guys.
I mean, these guys,
they're killers.
They're huge.
They're killers. And so we sit down, let's have interviews, let's see how these guys get to this level. They're tangible people. But I wanted to make sure they all have their own niche. And you have a very unique niche. So for the people watching, I'm here with obviously John Bolaris, Philadelphia famous weatherman over the years, but now he's pursued a new career, and he's really getting after it in a way that I guess his vision was tremendous. That really was, you used that statement earlier in the Facebook video, but your vision was tremendous. You said, I want to deliver a service to high-end clientele in general. And it's a different service than anything in Philadelphia. I've been in this game myself for 10 years. I've never seen somebody come to the table with this. So without further ado, John, I appreciate you being here.
Oh, that's all right.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. And
you got to put this off a few times.
Yeah, well, you're busy. You're busy.
It's good, though. It's going to be busy.
So let me start with this. So I was just telling you a story on the Facebook Live camera.
Yeah.
You had influenced my life before you knew me or I knew you. So
I screw up a forecast?
No. You get most of those right. You're getting them right. So, what do you think of the new weatherman? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No.
Sheena left. Oh boy, I didn't know that's a disappointment in Philadelphia.
Yeah, everybody's a little bummed out about that.
Yeah.
So we have, I was selling a company that we had built, property management company, Atlas Property Management, and Ben Aller. Obviously, anybody at home that's watching, or you'll see the interview, can go Google that last name and see what kind of influence that last name has in Philadelphia. Approached me and said, hey, I want to buy your management company. First, I didn't think it was real. I said, this guy's worth over $1 billion. What is he going to do with my management company? Sure enough, Ben said, I want to buy your management company. So we sat down, got everything ironed out, and the day came where he was going to say, hey, let's move forward or let's not. I'm very stressed out, and his phone turns off. And all day long, I'm like, is this guy going to call me? Are we going to do this? Or
you're like thinking, well, what the heck?
What the heck?
The deal goes south.
12:30 at night, I get a phone call from Ben. He goes, hey, it's Ben. I say, hey, man. Hey, thanks for, And he goes, well, John Bolaris just walked in my office. I said, John Bolaris, like B-O-L, I said, walked in my office and said he's into real estate and he wants to work with us. And he goes, the news stations blew up. My phone turned off, went dead. And I said, thank you, John Bolaris, for stressing me out for an entire day. But none to say that was my first interaction with you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Allers are great.
They're great, man. Yeah.
I interviewed with it. Listen, they're all very reputable, great Berkshire Hathaways, and Sotheby's, Coldwell Bankers. But this unique group, where you can run with Ben Aller, Gaurav Gambhir, Richard Aller, it's more boutique, right? And they were giving me an opportunity to kind of run. Like I presented an idea to them. I said, this is where I want to go. I'm going to create this more of a luxury brand under the condo shop umbrella. I want to deal with maybe specialize in athletes in the entertainment world, where I've been, associated with for many years. And I'd like to develop this branch. And they said, I remember I flipped down a black card. It says like this: when you see a black card, what do you think of? You think of luxury. And really expand out this branch. And in real estate, I've read a lot about real estate before today. You need to develop a niche, like the Mike McCann, the real estate man, Alan Dom, he just with the condos, that was his thing. So my niche, I decided was going to be more on the high-end luxury. Now, it takes a lot of work, a lot of grinding, a lot of marketing, a lot of work to develop this. But they gave me the opportunity to run. And I'm very thankful for them. I'm always going to be loyal to the Allers, Gaurav Gambhir, because they're the very best. I believe so much in trust and when you have people behind you and that or you go in the foxhole with. I mean, it's a big difference. And an opportunity to, run. And I'm a hard worker and I'm energized and I'm redefining my career and I have a little girl to take care of.
Oh, yeah,
12
nice.
years old.
Nice.
I got to make sure this career is just as successful, or even more successful than the first phase of my
Sure, and it can be. I mean, you start to see the numbers that float around when you start getting in there in real estate. You're like, there's a lot of zeros behind those dollar signs, and it makes sense.
I mean, I've learned too. I work up in New York as well, and I some seminars. I absorb information from everyone.
Yeah.
From high end, the Brodskys, the $50-100 million people, to all the way up and down the ladders. I learn about each component of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But the common theme is, it's relationships and working hard on the trust. And the other one is the extraordinary are just limited. There's 5% extraordinary realtors, and there's 95% are not.
That's right.
And it's a full-time, 24/7 commitment. I'm working much hard. I love weather and the passion I had for that, and I worked hard at it for many years. My first paycheck was $32.
No kidding, yeah.
Yeah, I had dreams, big dreams. People said, $1,000,000 to 1 shot. You're never going to work in New York right off the bat. That was my first.
So you defied all odds there once.
Defied odds, once. Yeah, $1,000,000 to 1. I was the first one ever hired in New York.
It's a good way to look
straight out of the box with no television.
Right. So you can't tell you no.
You can't limit. Right. That's why I have the sky's the limit. You can't. Limits exist only in the mind. If you think it, visualize it, you make it happen. Now it's not.
No,
it's not.
Of course not, man.
Real estate is a strain and it's hard, but that's good because then the competition lessens.
So I thought about something you've said, and something we've gotten pretty good at over the years. I've done thousands of transactions in my time, and so I understand certain things. And you have a really neat, interesting edge. You have it. Obviously, you come from a social circle of people over the years that you've met, and you said, okay, I'm going to use this. This is a resource I have at this point. What we both have in common is we're doing right now. You're marketing. Like anything you learn in real estate, you can learn how to sign a contract. You can learn how to get something to the table. But at the end of the day, it's about your marketing and your leads. That's it.
Marketing, leads, and team.
That's it. And if you have the right team behind you to execute, so when you have the lead come in, can you deliver? Can you deliver on it, right?
Exactly.
So, which is really neat. So you, we're not going to obviously just put any of your clients' names out there, but like you have clients that are very different than an average realtor. An average realtor says, hey, I'm going to do a showing on Sunday. And it's not that you can still do your showings and so forth, but you have specific clients that you don't just hold an open house on a Sunday and these guys show up.
Sometimes they don't want an open house. Some clients want private. Keep it very private, and extremely private and confidential. And if something leaks out at all, they can flip. I did have that happen once, and I was very, very upset that someone found out, a reporter, and put something out there that they should have never. But that happens, in the news. But you try to keep it really confidential when you work with the clients that really, they crave being confidential. Because, don't forget, when an athlete's buying a home, that means, hey, he's staying.
Right.
Don't forget. They'll read into that saying he's not going anywhere. So he's not being traded.
Right.
So he's staying. It plays all the way down the line. So when they buy permanently, they're staying in town. So there's a lot of things you look. The agents are very aware of that. They don't want anything going on out there. They don't want anything they're doing. They like to keep it very private. And same with some of the CEOs. What goes on there. They're very, very private. So you got to respect that. And if someone says, like the other day, I had a pretty big listing, we're pushing it back some because they said, listen, we're just not quite ready. The other house we're going to get fell through. Is it okay that we push it back? Of course. I was very excited to get it on the listing, but that's okay. You write the right letter. I believe you never pressure. They'll develop a trust with you. I'm new in the market, even though they know me. There's been realtors around quite some time that, and the big names and Berkshire Hathaway has 90% of the people out there on the main line. And the other big names, Michael Cann's, in the industry who I truly respect, some greats in the alley.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah.
And of course, Ben Aller, Richard Aller, Rob Van Beer, we're like, I want to call it a little bit like new kids on the block. They're expanding, we're really rapidly expanding. And it's good to be part of that.
Yeah, it's charge. It is. I mean, I'm part of it in a different. Like you're part of it. I'm part. We're all part of this crazy body going. I would say, and you're right. There's some really respectful guys that are established. But we're new blood. We're after it. I mean, we are
more aggressive, more energized. And it's enough for everyone. So
of course,
and the relationships you develop, and the more you're into, the more time. the more relationships, and the better. It's been a year and a half. I know the model for me is going to take years to hit certain levels, but I do have my expectations and my goals, which I set very high, and hopefully by the end of 2017, let me see if I hit those goals.
So what is the vision for TCS Black Label?
TCS.
So what do you see? Like, where are we going today? You walked in, you said, Ben, let's do this. We're going to work together. Then give me some more details on what that is and how that service works.
Well, the TCSBlackLabel.com, we're really a very, very hands-on, 24/7 white glove service, but more personal.
Okay.
We're not just putting that out there to put it out there. And you'll see that when you look at the website. It's a very special site. Confidentiality, town cars. We have a big client coming in. We pick you up. We set you up with dog sitters, pets. We show up for Comcast for you. We try to make it so you just have to turn the key in and get rid of the stress. And like, I'll give an example. I actually went with one of the players and went shopping with him. I'm going down the street and I have, pillows and comforters and,
Man, it's everything.
Yeah, so we really want to be there for them, in every way. Some of the players are not from the United States, so maybe I'll even say, here's my credit card, so we'll put, Pico, because they don't have the Social Security yet, it's not registered.
Oh, sure.
There's a lot of different things that you don't realize that players have to deal with, and you make them comfortable. Plus, I can have a lot of fun. I know sports.
Yeah.
So, I know what's going on.
So you're a fan of your client. Yeah. That's cool. That's really awesome.
I know what's going on. Unless I got flyers, tattooed on my butt.
Oh, yeah, so you're in. You're all in.
Yeah, so, I've been a sports fan all my life, and I've dealt with a lot of the athletes over the years, and I've been very friendly, with the Eric Lindrosses and stuff of the world, and, connections, Mr. Snyder, and I actually bought Mr. Snyder's home, Larry Snyder's home back
No kidding.
years ago. And, so I had parties, and a lot of the players were involved, so they got to know me, and they can trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I get someone representing a player, hey, Bolaris, I got a guy. He's looking. They told me something in New Jersey. I said, I had to get my New Jersey license. Because they're like, hey, I want something. Because a lot of players,
a lot of guys live over there.
They go to New Jersey,
Cherry Hill, Marlton, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Morristown, Cherry Hill, Haddonfield,
right?
And now the players with the Sixers more so because the facilities now are built in Camden. The new facilities there. I'm like, hey, I need to get my New Jersey license.
That's right.
So now I'm referring. I had one. I told him, listen, I know about that home that's going for 7. Sent them over there, blah blah blah. I get a call from them. Hey, Bolaris, what are you doing? I said, I sent you a client. I'll get the clients. I go, listen, it's not my deal. I happen to know this. This would be a perfect fit for them. But you came to the house. The owner invited me, and I said, I'm not taking your deal. I'm sending you with someone.
That's nice, yeah.
But they look bad on the surface.
Of course.
You were at my house. Well, the owner called me.
Right.
Hey, I want you to look at my house because I knew you were with the athletes. I said, I'll take a look. I didn't even know it was on the market. I'm not even dealing with New Jersey. But they see that I have athletes. So I drove out. I said, wow, I think I've known someone that may really like this.
No kidding.
Sent them over there, and they did make an offer.
Did you smooth that one over with? Yeah.
Now it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anything.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, then, in that case, send me something. Right? Yeah.
Now I have my New Jersey license. No more of that.
Yeah.
I know New Jersey well. I lived in Voorhees. I lived in Cherry Hill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I've had a home in Avalon. I lived somewhere else. Cherry Hill, Voorhees, Avalon, Haddonfield.
Okay.
So I know New Jersey.
Perfect.
So that's why we're going to open up an office, a branch office in New Jersey.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So you guys have put one in. Okay, so you have brokerage going in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's good.
Guys brokerage license and stuff in New Jersey.
I didn't know he got it in Jersey, but I didn't know that's probably
that was the reason.
That's why I was for. Gotcha.
I said we gotta get into New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I mean there's a lot, and then I think about it, there's a lot of athletes that play in Philly.
New Jersey's big with the athletes.
Right.
Many of the hockey guys.
Do you guys have athletes in New York that are also?
If they get traded.
Yeah, they go. Okay.
It's in the pipeline. So I work with Douglas Elliman in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So and I have a partner up there that her name's Andrea Daisy. She's great, and if someone's coming down, she's very involved with the athletes. As a matter of fact, she was a great athlete herself, an all-American and college at NYU female. Mm-hmm. So she's in. There's a lot of different GMs and stuff that we know and keep it in the pipeline.
Okay.
Something's going on because you're dealing with a lot of relocation.
Sure.
Already, and it's hard to break through that because if a player's leaving, from New York and coming to Philly, they already have their reload person. We're trying to break that and say, listen, go to us. We'll be more personalized. But so it's hard to get into that. But you do that's over time when people start.
You put your name out there, and people know. I mean, it's amazing what you probably, what you come from. It hasn't been that long, and you get. I mean, your name is out there.
Yeah, 5 months.
Your name's been out there.
And we haven't done any advertising really for a while.
I know.
We're
Starting right here. Is it
starting right here, and we're going to start
50,000 people.
And I wanted to keep waiting.
Yeah.
And working on all the other, make sure the trademarks
Sure.
are in place. But we're now going to be doing some significant advertising as we get into mid-March and April.
Do it.
And really get the brand out there and develop this great team. And hopefully, I know so. And this is going to be a really well-known brand over the years to come. This is this part of it. I call it the runway. You're sitting on the runway and just fueling the jet.
I usually look at the first part when you get into this, when we started different businesses. It's like when you're like physically pushing a car and you're going up a hill, right? But as soon as it comes over that hill, the momentum, you just get that snowball effect going. But the hardest part, a lot of people actually give in to running the business, or they stop, isn't during the car push. But I'm like, if you could just get over that hill, the car will coast.
You got that exactly right.
I've been there. I know. I understand.
That tough fun. You don't know when the next check's coming into. That feeling. You're up against the wall. You don't sleep at night.
And that's where that grit comes in. I mean, that's where you stay in it and you just don't take no for an answer.
I'll jump out of bed at 4:30 when I start doing. Of course, say, oh shoot. Okay,
of course,
I gotta do this.
Anxiety's a powerful motivator. Powerful motivator, my friend.
Fear helps.
I just tell people are scared of things. I'm like, you got to use that.
Fear is a motivator.
Big time. You use fear. I mean, it's always great. I always tell people, I would rather not lose. I have more pain losing than I do enjoy winning. So fear to me is the fear of loss, the fear of not succeeding. So fear to me is the biggest motivator. I love winning. I love making money, but at the end of the day, I hate losing.
Yeah.
And that's
I hate it too. I'm very competitive.
I have to be. You gotta be.
And I gotta keep that in control too. I can't have knee-jerk reactions to myself.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy, right?
Yeah.
And your own best friend.
That's why I'm off Twitter.
Off Twitter?
I'm off Twitter some because mainly on Twitter. It's not so much to me a real estate. It's Facebook.
That's true.
Facebook is more of the way to go. You can show on there, 140 limited characters. And, the randomness of Twitter sometimes is not so cool.
No. Interpretation
even in the public eye too, you're a target. People are going to say it could be upsetting.
I can see that, and it doesn't really. You're right. It doesn't really benefit you. We don't really. So we do a lot of marketing, social marketing. We use Facebook and Instagram, and we're also very involved in LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn is too. Facebook and LinkedIn are the two.
We found no value in Twitter in terms of what it could do in our industry.
Right.
So why bother?
It is. Yeah. I'll go in once in a while. I want to talk sports a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little tweet like I'm predicting, from the games, football games. I'll say no.
But no real estate value.
No, it doesn't have real estate value. Facebook does and LinkedIn. That's really is.
Instagram's good. I don't know if you got on there.
No, I'm not on there yet. I think I'm concentrating on Facebook. It's a whole new thing to learn too.
Yeah.
On way to use Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, we just use it
and do content and engage in Facebook, and if people are engaging in Facebook without selling them, just so they get to know me and I get to know them through messages.
That's what it is. It's about building that bond and great relationships. And we joke around. We have a lot of fun guys that'll see us. We have a great community that we built in what we do, and we do pretty good in our end of real estate in terms of lending and so forth. And I wanted to sit down with you today, John. It's really important to me. I didn't know if there's anything you wanted to leave everybody with about TCS Black Label. Go ahead. Do you have anything
I want to go on to tcsblacklabel.com. Check out. We're just started really launching and putting the listings on there now. We'll be continue to add listings. I don't want to oversaturate. I'm waiting really more for the spring. Some of the listings you're going to see are not on the market. I have them as a pocket listing, and we have the client, but we're not going to put it out there on the MLS, put it live until, mainly after President's Day when the market begins to spike, because you don't want to sit listings for too long and lose that
timing's everything.
Timing, and when they sit, and then it's a harder to negotiate a deal that comes in because you've been sitting for 7 months. They got you. So really, the market dictates when you put a price up for a property within the first 3-4 weeks. If it's priced right or if it's not. It's not to the market.
Oh, no question. I always tell people hey, my house isn't moving. It's like, well, because you're not price right. Period. I don't care. There's always a price at every.
That's the bottom line. And owners are very attached. And of course, you want to get the best buy the
Yeah.
best stuff, make the most out of it, but it got to be real too. Sometimes it's hard to tell someone, hey, that's not going to happen. Here's the real price.
Mhm.
And I remember I had one. We wound up selling the property for good, over $1 million. And in the beginning, I just knew that wasn't going to be the price. So we just said it, and I said it's not going to happen. Not at this price, and I put the number down. I gave it to the I said, this is where it's going to sell. And it did, but it was like 6 months later. I did sell at that price point. But, sometimes they want to, give it some, we call it
Time versus money, man.
no, and plus you want to put, some movement. So you have to negotiate,
Oh, sure,
sure,
sure.
some for 1.8, maybe they're going to really, you're going to sell for 1.5, but they want that negotiation.
So you ever have you ever get Gaurav on the phone with a client or something? Have you ever dealt with that? That man is the most amazing negotiator I have ever.
He
ever
is the
bumped
best
into.
at his numbers. He's got a human computer
Unbelievable.
attached to his brain. When he looks at numbers, he can digest them. And what I love about Gaurav is his honesty. He's a hardworking
Yeah.
owner. He's there, hands-on.
Psychologically, he's always 4 steps ahead of the person he's talking to, but he's very honest. It always
He
ends very
is, and
honest.
he's so great on the phone. He's
Mhm.
great in person. He's great to sit with you when you go on a listing presentation.
Yeah.
Because he really, really knows his stuff, and that's who you want to be
Yeah.
connected to.
Very, very,
It's
very
part of the
good
team.
negotiator.
We're all part of the team. The condo shops are huge. We have that office right there on Locust Street.
Yeah.
Walk in. We definitely know what's going on in the condo market in the city, big time. Number one
Yep.
to get in there, no matter what level you get in, whether it's a $100,000 condo or a $5 million condo.
So, John, how do we, if I wanted to leave this, I said tomorrow I want to contact John Bolaris. How do I do it? What do I do?
Well,
Where do I go?
Okay, you can go 2 ways. A direct number,
Okay.
646-705-3642. Always contact me directly. Or you want to put it in an email, and so you don't, makes it easier, Volaris at thecondoshops.com.
So it's Bolaris, Bolaris at
Thecondoshops.com.
with an S.com.
Volaris, Bolaris. Yeah. And that would be an easy way if you're thinking about whether it's a high-end luxury property and you just want me to kind of talk to me about it. There's no obligation to go with me, but you got to feel each other out to see if we're good for one another. The match works. The match works. You got me 100%, and I'll work for you hard.
John, I appreciate everything you've done here today. You obviously have a very, very good vision. You've had a very fantastic career. Legend in Philadelphia. Everybody knows you, man. So appreciate you coming out. And as you guys know that are watching this, I'm Ian Walsh with Hard Money Bankers. You can find us on Facebook at Hard Money Bankers of Pennsylvania or IAN at hardmoneybankers.com. Most of you know me, but
So you happy you sold your company?
it was the best move I could have made.
Ah,
Yeah,
see?
the best move ever.
Took some pressure off too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
And you made some money.
Sure, but now I run Hard Money Bankers, right? So it's a different
That's
company,
great.
but it was, what it was, honestly, it was, here's some after video footage. It was Ben and Grow. I just said, it was probably a similar reason to you. I said, hey, I actually would have been out of the business, but I said, these are the guys that if I have unfinished things in my head to do in this world, in this industry, these are the guys to do it with. I tell those guys to this day, I said, if you guys decide you didn't want to do this, I'm out. I'm out. It's either we're doing this together or I'm out. So it's not, and I understand that. I'm very serious.
They're the best. I'm so fortunate that I connected with Ben and Rob and Richard. I mean, really, really fortunate. They're the best and true and honest in the business. And I was just with Ben last night. We had an event over at the Aspen Cigar Bar.
Okay.
And
I saw a photo of something. I said, where they are?
And then we went to Shake Shack. We all had something.
I saw like 12 people eating dinner or something.
All in the real estate industry and, and brokers, and investors, and the big thing really you got to networking, and you think it's a lot of fun. It does become to burn you out a little bit. It was good to see you though. Last time we did with Ben. This is Ben Aller's sister.
Yeah. You want in?
You come in. Want to come
Rebecca.
Yeah. So I'm very fortunate, and you should get involved with us. We're definitely hands-on, honest, hardworking, and we're the I don't know, we're not new kids, but we're energized. We're aggressive.
We're aggressive, man. We are. That's it. I mean, take it for what it is. If you don't want somebody aggressive that's not going to get after it, then don't hire us. But if you want somebody that's going to do it, I get it, man. That's the energy. That's the feel. You come onto the floor here, and everybody's that person.
You just don't list it and sit back. We're out there, and so many. I can't tell you how many phone calls I have a day with so many different people, even like for pipelines, property that I have that's not out there yet, and saying, hey, it's an off the market deal, or we do that too. I mean, off the market.
Sure. That's the world I live in. That's the whole world.
That's all they want. It's fast and furious in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Try to connect that end as well, and develop a nice pipeline of different avenues in the commercial end as well.
Perfect.
At mixed units, because I know it's this explosion in Philly, and the residential, December, January is a slower time. Then commercial started coming in, so good.
Springtime, baby. It's time to go.
So it's all good. It's been great.
John, appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll have this out in a couple weeks.